Hey guys, it's Thursday morning. I hope you are all doing well. I am not working today or tomorrow. I usually work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I have a very long weekend every weekday, every weekend is what I wanted to say. I am about to go shopping at the thrift store. I don't know, but I have a feeling I'm probably gonna bring home more books, which I don't need. I love that my last video was talking about the fact that I don't even know if I actually posted it. I've been doing amazing at filming videos, but I never post anything. They never make it to the part that I actually posted online. It's like I haven't spoken in forever. I started reading A Court of Thorn and Roses. I hope that's how you say it. I asked for the gift set or the gift box for Christmas, and I finally started to read it. I wanted to finish some of the books that I had started in 2023. I finished The Pursuit of Happiness, which is by the Dalai Lama. So it was more a spiritual book, even though I wouldn't necessarily place it as a self-help book. It was a book that I found a little bit hard to read, definitely not one of my favorite. His words are very strong and I love the wording. So it's not a book written by him, it's a book written about interaction with psychologists, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure, yes, a psychologist. And it's just their interaction, him asking question and getting some answers about what makes you happy, mad, things like that. I started it on vacation and I just finished now, so it took me more than a year to finish. I do love to start a book, but I am terrible at finishing them. Don't ask me why. I get excited and I want to try every book that everybody's starting, and then I never finish the books that I start. I read a few chapters, sometimes I make it to half of the book and then I move on to something else. I usually don't read the same kind. Even if I'm reading self-help, I'll read some on finance, some on love, some on happiness, or I don't like to put subjects that are too close or read too fantasy, just because I don't want to mistake characters and mistake the books that I'm reading. However, it's a terrible habit. So I did finish, like I said, The Art of Happiness. I read that in French, which I believe is the first book in French that I've read in forever. Then I've also finished The Hunger, which is right next to me. I was not a fan. It mixes fiction with a bit of history. I didn't know what happened, but apparently some of it is based on historical events. I didn't enjoy it. I don't think I'm very picky. I just like to enjoy what I read, so I rate my books based on that. If they were easy to read and I was just flipping through page, then they usually get a better note, and if not, then they don't. And I'm also not an expert reader. Like I said, I do terrible. Sometimes I'll read a lot of them, sometimes I don't. Right now I am on the first of A Court of Thorn and Roses, which is the first of this series, and so far I like it. And then I went on Goodreads and I wanted to check a little bit of the reviews, and they're very mixed between like 4 or 5 stars and then 1 and 2 stars, so I don't know. But so far, so good. I am enjoying it. It's my first fantasy, I guess, fiction, if you call it. More fantasy. Fiction is not my first, but my first fantasy. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm excited to read the rest. of the collection because now I have the whole box. So I can just continue. I haven't gone to the library. I was so pro library because it prevents me from having stacks and stacks and stacks of books around my room, which require a lot of space, and books are also expensive. They are. So I loved the library. However, I don't want to order books if I'm trying to finish the ones that I start or am reading. So I would put that on hold just to get in a good habit of starting one and finishing it. The only 2 books that I have not finished is the Think Like a Monk, which I have not reread. I think I'm halfway in there, and I have the Diary of something Jones, I believe. I am terrible with remembering what I read. However, that book I literally just started. It's pretty much a day-by-day diary, and I did enjoy it, and I started it on New Year's Eve, and it was just very fitting, you know, starting the year. It starts with like the New Year's and trying to lose weight and trying to lose all those bad habits. So I thought it was funny, and I've never seen the movie. Apparently there's a movie. I have not seen it. But I started to read the book, but because I was only like a couple pages in, I'm like, if I start something else, it's not too much of a loss. I can always restart and understand what is going on. It's not too complicated versus a book that I'm halfway there. If I start reading something else, then it takes me a little bit more to get into it. That's all I have to say about books. I am gonna leave, I want to say in 30 minutes to go and shop at the thrift store. I really hope I can find a raincoat. I've been looking for a raincoat for, I want to say, a year. I've been looking at the Artrex coat, which is gonna last me a long time, a very long time, if it's not a lifetime. However, right now I'm not justifying myself to spend $1,000 on a raincoat. I love the longer one. I believe I would go in a size large if I was to get one, just to be able to put another layer underneath. I don't know if going large is a bit much, but I like the looser fit, and I felt like the medium fit me fine. But if I, like I said, want to put something underneath, it might not be the best option, so I'm thinking of a large. And that is all. So like I said, going through the thrift store, I will see if I can find a raincoat. It doesn't matter what kind of raincoat. I have so many windbreakers, but they do not stop the rain, and we've been getting lots of rain, and it got me thinking I'm at that age where I should invest in a raincoat, and it's gonna last me a very long time. Although I have umbrellas and all of that, I would like to have a raincoat. So it's my little fantasy right now. And I'm just really hoping that I can walk in the thrift store and land on a raincoat. And I have seen some. They were in terrible condition, so that's probably why they were still there. A lot of them had stains, a lot of stains, or even holes, and I don't think it's the kind of material that I could just stitch together. I don't want to take a risk in stitching them. I haven't seen that many, but I've seen 3. And all the time that I've spent at this thrift store, 3 is the amount of raincoat that I found. Hey guys, we are a bit later. I did go to the thrift store. I did not find a rain jacket. Surprise, surprise. Apparently they are also not in the right season right now, so we might see it, you know, in the next few weeks. I might get a little bit more lucky. However, I did find 4 books, which I'm gonna share, and I don't know anything about these books. If the cover speaks to me, then I purchase it. The first one is None of This Is True. It looked very good, and these are Costco tags. So I got this one, Mad Honey, which is also with a Costco tag. I'm pretty sure they do their research and they bring in pretty good books. Most of the good books that I wanted to purchase, I've seen at Costco. I think it was a good idea to get them. I think it's the safe option, and that's just the way I went with. They both also have a cover that caught my attention. I got the fine print. I've seen a few of the YouTube channel that I follow that had read this book, so I wanted to try it for myself. And the last one, kind of like the Costco, it has the Walmart sticker, but it also caught my attention, you know, Dirty 30, I'm in my 30s. Thought it fit together. So those are the 4 books I got. I don't have a lot of control when it comes to book because the thrift store that I go to usually have a 2-for-1, meaning I pick a book, then I find one to match this one, then I usually fall on another one that I'm thinking about, and then it just keeps going. So 4 books is actually not that bad. It's really, really not that bad. I'm gonna do some empties. I don't have a lot of empties. A lot of these things I have double, triple of, and I have repurchased since. Some of them I already brought to be recycled. We have some recycling spots, which is exciting, where you can bring, you know, mascara tubes, shampoos, conditioner, anything pretty much that comes in a bottle and that you can empty out can be recycled, which I absolutely adore. I'm not gonna get too much into that, but if you are Canadian, I know that some Walmart location do it, but Winners has started to do it as well, at least in the Ottawa region, and this is awesome. I will stop right there before I start rambling on this. If you want more information, leave a comment and I will do my best to answer. Let's get in those products. The first one I pull up is the Native. I have purchased again and again and again. And this scent right here, the sea salt and cider, is what I would consider the black ice. If you've ever smelled that little thing that you put in your car, black ice is extremely a masculine scent, which I adore. Used to be obsessed with it. Not quite the same scent, but this is definitely a very masculine. I think this is a very sexy scent. That's the best way to describe it. I purchased it for Christmas for my boyfriend. So a few of them, just because they're a bit more on the pricier side, I think, I want to say they're around $14, $15. But a body wash tends to last a longer time and they smell amazing. This is one of the scents that I love. I do like a few of them. The names aren't coming. I should have kept all the bottles, but this is like the 16th bottle. I bought him the deodorant. He loves it. I love the smell, so it's a win-win. But I have purchased and repurchased. I actually have a brand new one downstairs because they came out with a scent that was peach and nectarine, and I am super fruity. I have a hard time with anything that's like vanilla, cookies, anything that is sweet in that sense. I have a hard time, but if it's fruity, sweet, then that's okay. I have not tried it. I don't know how well the smell holds, but this, okay, that's enough. I think I've raved the product enough. Native, if you want to sponsor me or send me free body wash, I will take them. I have this over here that has collected a lot of dust because it's an oil, so everything seems to be sticking to it. This was a cleansing body oil. I did finish all of this. However, I don't think this product is available anymore. I might be wrong. It's the Lipidol. Correct me if I didn't pronounce that right. I'm pretty sure they are the same company as Bio Oil. I could be wrong on that as well. I don't think I will be purchasing more of this specific product, but I do like body oil. They just leave your body a lot more hydrated after your shower. I do like the concept. However, I don't think they are still available. And for a small bottle, they were more on the pricier side, and there are so many other products that are very good. So I don't believe I would be repurchasing that one. CeraVe. Love it. I'm trying to finish using my other body lotions, but I will definitely be repurchasing. Super hydrating. I only use this on my body. I'm pretty sure you can use it on face and body, but I've only used it on my body. Super hydrating, super thick cream. I love this stuff. Nothing bad to say. I will be repurchasing. I'm just waiting to finish using my other one, but I will be back. Not very exciting. Clisomed, pronounced, I believe, that way. I will be repurchasing. I do have other foot care. I do, however, like it. This is available in most places. Some of the other cream are a bit harder to get your hands on. Yes, I do go through a lot of that because I like to walk barefoot, and it does my feet very dirty. And it doesn't keep them nice, so I do have to use a lot more of this kind of cream that I would want to, but here we are. I have a little sample of a refreshing scrub cleanser. I did finish using it. I think I have a few other. This was like samples that were in a kit that I've purchased at Sephora, I'm pretty sure, or I used points, 100 points to get this. I'm not sure, but I had a few of them. Did I love it? No, I don't believe I would repurchase this. It is a more physical exfoliant, and I'm kind of walking away from them. I like chemical exfoliant. I personally think they do more for my skin. I have extremely dry skin, and chemical exfoliant just remove that layer of skin and layer of gunk. And for me, I think there's no going back to the scrub. I'll just leave it at that. Same thing with this. I buy a lot of La Roche-Posay. This was a sample that came with it. I really enjoy it on my chest area and my back area. So I will pump this. It is a mousse. I don't know if it is meant for that. It says micellar foaming water. I use it for my more acne prone, especially after the gym. I found that this did help not developing acne on my chest or my back, because usually I will drive back from the gym in a wet clothes. Not the greatest. Not the greatest. I don't want to take my shower at the gym, and this usually leaves me with back acne, chest acne. Not that it's a super big issue, but I did find that using this did help a lot. Will I be repurchasing? It's a possibility, but I think a lot of product might be giving me the same benefits as this one, so we will have to see about it. I have over here Sunday Riley. This is also a sample that I either got as a Sephora favorite kit, or I've used point to get it. I loved it. I like vitamin C. It did what it was supposed to. Will I repurchase? Maybe, but I'm trying different vitamin C. I like to switch it up. This just gives me a chance to try it. It did the job, and we'll see if I will repurchase. I received for Christmas a little kit of Yves Rocher, which I like because they have a lot of clean ingredients. This one says it's 97% natural, it's fragrance free, and I liked it. It did what it was supposed to do. It removed my makeup. I like that it's more on the natural side of things, so I really did enjoy that. I got it for free as a Christmas present. I got this with a little bottle of body wash, which I enjoyed both of them. Love the scent, love that they're more, again, on the natural side. Would I repurchase? There is a possibility that I would repurchase both of those products. We'll have to see. I have the Briogeo, this guy right here, and it's the Strength Moisture Leave-In Mask. I do like this brand. I have tried masks that come in a little jar, and those were amazing. So I would probably recommend those over this one, because this one you lose a lot of product while you're spraying in your hair. Didn't last as long as those big tubs. I would probably go with the tubs. They're easier to put in your hair. You lose less product, but it's not a bad product. I would give it a second chance. I would just pick the jar over this one. My last product is, again, a La Roche-Posay, which I see now that I'm in the light. I can see that there's a little bit of product left. I really enjoy the pump. I really like it. I have, this one is the light. I grabbed it by accident. I definitely have very dry skin, and I do prefer the rich one over the light one. The light one was very light for my type of skin. For me, I didn't enjoy the benefit as much as the rich one, but the rich one is perfect. I apply it in morning and night. I've purchased, I want to say, 4 or 5 tubes now. I still have, this is the only one I've purchased in light, just because they all look the same, and I just grabbed the one that was behind the tester tube, which was the rich, and it was the light, which is okay. It's okay. I've used it all, obviously, but I would need to reapply it to get the same benefits. I love the other one, doesn't leave my skin oily, and I will continue on repurchasing. These are all my empties, so now that I've showed you guys, I can go ahead and bring them to get recycled, which is kind of exciting, because I was holding on to that little box saying, I miss seeing empty videos. I like to watch them. I'm just a curious girl to see what did they actually use all the way to the end and not just forget in the back. You know, like mascara, you forget it in the back because you don't love it, and then you come back and it's dried out. So I hope you guys enjoy. I will let you guys go, and I will see you very soon.